Good morning, and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. First, let me apologize for being a couple of minutes late. I was having a minor technical computer issue, but I got it up and going. So, how did Jesus pray, and what can we learn from that about our own prayer life? That's our topic for this week. We have looked at how Jesus prayed with honesty, not only in what he was asking, but also in who he presented himself to be before God. We have also talked about how Jesus prayed in seclusion, shutting out the busyness and hubbub of the world in order to focus in prayer. Today we want to talk about how Jesus lived life in a continual state of prayer. In short, I think that means that Jesus spent every day and all day accompanied by God. What's more, Jesus spent those days aware that he was accompanied by God and being intentional about that awareness. So when situations came up, he didn't have to run off in prayer somewhere. He was already in continual contact with God, sharing each and every day. Imagine the joy and peace that would come when a situation arises that you need to pray about, and you are already in prayer, spending your day with God, actively praising, praying, and listening always. I think it's the best way to pray. I think the hymn, "Take My Life That I May Be," is really about this kind of prayer. This hymn is about being in and with God through all of life, spending every moment in prayer and in having your life shaped by God. The hymn says, "Take my life that I may be consecrated, Lord, to Thee. Take my moments and my days, let them flow in ceaseless praise. Take my hands and let them move at the impulse of Thy love. Take my feet and let them be swift and beautiful for Thee. Take my voice and let me sing always only for my King. Take my lips and let them be filled with messages from Thee. Take my silver and my gold, not a mite would I withhold. Take my intellect and use every power as Thou shalt choose. Take my will and make it Thine, it shall be no longer mine. Take my heart, it is Thine own, it shall be Thy royal throne. Take my love, my Lord, I pour at Thy feet, its treasure store. Take myself, and I will be, ever, only, all for Thee. Life as ceaseless praise, moments and days consecrated to God, hands moving at the impulse of God's love, voices filled with messages from God, our resources and intellect used as God would have them, our wills not our own, but belonging to God. Over and over, this hymn talks about continual prayer as a way of life. Finally, the last verse wraps it all up by saying, "Take myself and I will be ever, only, all for Thee." Jesus spent every day in continual prayer, being accompanied by God in every situation and moment. No matter what happens today, remember, God is with you. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.